about that. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James Burgundy. That's right, James Burgundy, and I am the new host of, actually, I'm the only host ever of the new Burger TV. Now, a couple of quick things before we get started. I assume that you are thinking that man is pointing at me. And no, I'm not. I'm just doing this because I've seen a lot of successful people on TV do this, and I'm going to do this a lot, and this. I'm coming to you live, which is far better than not, from the new studios in Burgerland, which is fantastic. You probably think that this man is reading to us off of a teleprompter, and that is not true, ladies and gentlemen, because I promise you that we cannot afford a teleprompter for this show. I'm actually reading to you off of cue cards that I wrote myself and taped to the ottoman right underneath of my iPhone that is recording right now. So, each week I will be taking you on an exhilarating tour of our 21 fundamentals that demonstrate our values, ethics, and beliefs, and really show you who we are at the core. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but first allow me to introduce yourself to myself. Strike that, reverse it. Allow myself to introduce me to you is what I'm going to do right now, and all of this. So a little bit about me and all of this. This is Michael. He gets really upset when you shorten his name, so please keep it professional. Michael it is. When you see Michael on the site, please speak directly to him. He's a little hard of hearing. Secondly, this is my coat of one color. This is my tie, and this is a Mai Tai. That's for later, however. So a fair warning to those of you who do not like dad jokes. This is probably the time to exit. I have learned from some of the best in the industry. So thank you, Bill, for being here today. So, secondly, now that you know a little bit more about all of my antics, I want to tell you a little bit about me and how I got into TV. So I think we'll all admit that this is no face for radio, so here I am. On top of that, I'm a horrific speller, so they told me that I wouldn't have to write a thing with this job, so I absolutely love it. People consider me to be a fun guy, so I got this picture of a mushroom and put it on my desk. I have the distinct privilege over the next 21 weeks of shedding new light on our 21 fundamentals and the Burger Way. So you'll see me popping in on impromptu interviews at the sites, getting fresh perspectives on each of these fantastic fundamentals. If you see me show up at your site, I'm not bringing candy. This is not Willy Wonka. I'm there to pick your brains and to see you living the fundamentals on a daily basis. So, without any further ado, because we are all tired of ado. There's been too much ado. So, with no more of it, let's move on. This week's fundamental is fundamental number 1, we're a family. Now, the word we're is actually a contraction. This is when two words are combined to form one smaller, shorter word. That was an aside. Moving on, each week I'll be writing a song that correlates to that week's fundamental. This week, I'd like to play something that I wrote for you. It's a little ditty that I threw together on a whim, but I think it's rather catchy, and I'd like to play a snippet of it for you right now. I was going to play the whole thing, but the word snippet is very fun to say, and if you haven't said the word snippet in a while, you should try that. So allow me to just play a bit of my song. Yeah, that is going to be very catchy because I'm watching the totals roll in, and it looks like so far now I'm up to 222 million views, and I've made the song available on iTunes, and it looks as though 21 million of you have purchased this song already in just that short bit of time since I introduced it. So I can only imagine the thunderous applause that I'm getting right now, and I certainly appreciate that. So, anyway, moving on with the fundamental. Family is very important to me, both biological and professional. Without family, we have nothing. And quite frankly, I would have no place to live. So, Mom, sorry I'm a little late on this. There you go. No. I don't want you to have to evict me again either. So thank you. Woo. Anyway, like I was saying, our families pick us up when we're down, they support us through thick and thin, and they should always have our backs. This is true in both your burger family and the family that we go home to at night. A solid family environment is the key to a healthy organization, and it has quickly become evident to me that that mentality is on display each and every day at Burger, both at the communities and at the main office. So we are practicing our fundamentals, and this one is heavily on display. So that is one of my favorites. So beginning with next week's fundamental, I'll be conducting field interviews to get real-world feedback and true life stories on how the teams are living the fundamentals at work each day. So don't be surprised if I land somewhere in, say, Maryland, maybe Wednesday afternoon of next week. Just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not giving anything away, but just saying. I'm very excited to allow each of you the privilege to meet me over the next few weeks as well. I'm always open to any ideas that you have for Burger TV, so please bring them my way. I always like to do things for my fans. I know there are tons of them out there. So at the end of each show, I'd like to take a call or two from the listening audience. So we're going to go to the phones. I would do anything for my fans. They are my backbone. They are part of my family. So let's see what this caller is saying. This is James Burgundy. Go ahead. She said, would I please autograph her baby? I do draw a line somewhere, and that is probably my tipping point right there, ladies and gentlemen. But before I go, allow me to say that this telecast is copyrighted by someone and is intended for the private use of our audience. Yes, both of you. And any rebroadcast or reuse of this telecast, although highly unlikely, is strictly prohibited. So, until we meet again, stay classy, Burger.